Why did Italy switch sides during World War II? Well, the term switching sides is slightly misleading. It suggests that the same government that started the war is the one that decided to fight against its former allies, but this isn't entirely true. In 1918, after victory in the First World War, Italy and its people were furious. Despite winning, Italy had not received all that was promised by the Triple Entente for joining their side, what is known as the Vittoria Mutilata, or the mutilated victory. This sentiment caused the rise of strongmen in politics, notably Benito Mussolini of the Fascist Party, who, utilizing political manipulation, threats, and violence, pressured King Victor Emmanuel III to appoint him as prime minister in 1922. However, he had not achieved absolute control. Not only did his position still work alongside the king, who, in theory, maintains constitutional power, but the Grand Council of Fascism, composed of party members, had influence over choosing successors to the monarchy, and could recommend the king appoint or remove the prime minister. During the interwar period, Mussolini built up the Italian army, pursued conquests, and allied with another rising power, Nazi Germany, forming the Rome-Berlin Axis. In 1939, Germany ignited the Second World War, which Italy joined soon after. Initially, Italy and the Axis achieved many successes, defeating France, pushing the British in Egypt, and conquering Greece and Yugoslavia, although struggling with the latter two. However, by late 1942, the tides had turned. German and Italian forces suffered and were pushed back by the Soviet Union on the Eastern Front, while the British won in Egypt and the Americans arrived in large numbers during Operation Torch, kicking Italy out of Africa. Next came the invasion of Sicily in July 1943, with the Allies rapidly overrunning the island. By this point, frustrated with the losses and feeling increased public pressure, the Grand Council of Fascism voted to transfer control of the army to King Victor Emmanuel III, and on July 25th, he removed Mussolini from power and imprisoned him. A new prime minister, Pietro Badoglio, was named by the king, who soon banned the Fascist Party. By September, a public armistice, the Armistice of Cassibile, was announced. Mussolini was then rescued by the Germans and brought north, establishing the Fascist Italian Social Republic. In October 1943, the new government of the Kingdom of Italy became a co-belligerent of the Allies and declared war on Germany, in what is now known as the Italian Civil War. After nearly 2 years of fighting, Mussolini was killed, and the Italian fascists surrendered soon after, leaving the Kingdom of Italy on the winning side of World War II. So when we say Italy switched sides in World War II, this is mostly true. For many Italians who had fought under the fascists, they indeed switched sides and joined the Allied-backed Kingdom of Italy. But keep in mind that the Italian government that allied Germany was not the same as the one that later declared war on them. The Grand Council of Fascism had allowed the king to retake power, and it was ultimately his choice to make a new government and sided with the Allies, even after backing Mussolini for so long. Mussolini's longtime opponents also joined the Allies, while many loyalists stayed by his side in the Italian Social Republic. It's more accurate to say that Italy underwent a civil war during World War II, where many people, including the king, switched sides, but on an individual level, not a governmental one. After all, many Italians were never on the side of the fascists to begin with.